The vast command chamber of the Galactic Empire's flagship fell silent as Empress Vala stared at the tactical display with growing disbelief. The holographic projection showed 200 massive vessels emerging from Earth's orbital shipyards, each one dwarfing her own dreadnoughts in size and apparent firepower. "This cannot be accurate," she whispered, her voice barely audible in the cavernous bridge. Her aide, Commander Nix, nervously adjusted the scanner readings for the third time. "The readings are confirmed, Your Majesty. 200 vessels each, measuring approximately 15 kilometers in length. Our intelligence severely underestimated human capabilities." Vala had ruled the galaxy for 3 centuries, commanding fleets that numbered in the thousands. No species had ever challenged her dominion successfully. The humans of Earth were supposed to be a primitive civilization, barely capable of interplanetary travel according to her scouts' reports from just 50 years ago, the Empress recalled. Her initial assessment of humanity: they seemed fragmented, constantly fighting among themselves, their technology crude and inefficient. When her advanced scouts had observed their early space stations and primitive rockets, she had dismissed them as insignificant. Even their nuclear weapons appeared laughably weak compared to plasma cannons and antimatter warheads. Now, watching the human supercarriers power up their engines and begin forming battle formations, she realized how catastrophically wrong her intelligence had been. "How is this possible?" she demanded, her forearms gesturing sharply at the display. "Our last report indicated they barely had a functioning space program." Commander Nix cleared his throat nervously. "It appears humans possess an unusual capacity for rapid technological advancement under pressure, Your Majesty. Our xenobiologists theorize that their evolutionary history of constant warfare and adaptation has created a species uniquely suited for military innovation. The human vessels moved with surprising grace for their enormous size. Each supercarrier bristled with weapon systems that registered as unknown energy signatures on the Empire's sensors. Smaller craft swarmed around them like angry insects, their formations precise and disciplined. Vala had conquered 47 different species across the galaxy. The Koreans had surrendered after seeing her fleet. The tall, gray beings from Rigel had negotiated tribute rather than face destruction. The crystalline entities of the Vega system had simply vanished rather than fight. None had ever presented her with a force that matched her own. "What do we know about their weapon systems?" she asked, studying the tactical readouts. "Unknown energy signatures, Your Majesty. However, our deep space monitoring stations detected test firings during construction.
Ow.
The destructive yield appears to exceed our main batteries by a factor of 3. The Empress felt something she had not experienced in centuries: uncertainty. Her own fleet consisted of 800 vessels, a force that had never known defeat. Yet as she observed the human formations, she noticed tactical innovations she had never encountered. Their ships moved in complex 3-dimensional patterns that maximized firing angles while minimizing target profiles. "They fight like they have been at war for millennia," she murmured. Recognizing the hallmarks of a species forged by conflict, one of her intelligence officers approached cautiously. "Your Majesty, we have decoded some of their communications. The humans refer to these vessels as humanity's answer to galactic threats. They have been preparing for this confrontation since our first scouts appeared in their system." The revelation struck Vala like a physical blow. While she had dismissed humanity as irrelevant, they had been watching, learning, and preparing. Their rapid advancement was not accidental but deliberate, driven by the knowledge that they were not alone in the universe and that other species possessed superior technology. "Show me their fleet composition," she commanded. The display shifted. To reveal the devastating truth, each supercarrier housed thousands of fighter craft, orbital bombardment platforms, and what appeared to be planet-scale defensive systems. The humans had not merely built warships. They had created mobile fortresses capable of defending their entire solar system. "Commander," Nix highlighted specific vessels on the display. "Intelligence suggests these ships incorporate technology reverse-engineered from our own scout craft, but improved with human innovations. They have somehow merged our energy systems with their own material science to create something entirely new." Vala studied the formations again, noting how the human commander positioned their forces. The deployment showed a deep understanding of space warfare tactics that should have taken centuries to develop. Yet humanity had accomplished this feat in mere decades. "Contact the human fleet," she ordered finally. "Request communications with their commander." The response came swiftly. A human face appeared on the main screen, weathered and determined. Admiral Beck, according to the translation protocols, represented Earth's Unified Defense Command. "Vala," the human said without ceremony, "we have been expecting you." The simple statement carried implications that chilled the Empress. Humanity had not merely prepared for war. They had anticipated this exact confrontation. "You surprise us, Admiral?" Vala replied carefully. "Your species has advanced remarkably quickly. When facing extinction, humans adapt rapidly," Beck responded. "Your scouts made our situation clear 50 years ago. We chose to be ready rather than helpless." As the two fleets faced each other across the void, Vala realized she confronted something unprecedented in her long reign, an enemy that had learned from her own strengths and developed countermeasures, specifically designed to neutralize her advantages, for the first time in 3 centuries. The Galactic Empress wondered if her empire had finally met its match.